ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to have a treat from the McMinnville Women's Choir. Thanks again for coming out.
All of us are chosen people, chosen by life to be alive. Wherever we walk is holy land, only by life's returning. Under heaven only one true birthright to create whatever we love. All of us are chosen people, chosen by life to be alive. Wherever we walk, we're chosen people, chosen by life's beauty alive. Wherever we walk, we're chosen people, chosen by life to be alive. Wherever we walk, we're chosen people, chosen by life to be alive. Wherever we walk, it's holy land, only by life we be alive. Wherever we walk, it's holy land, chosen by life we be alive. Under heaven only one true birthright to create whatever we love. Under heaven only one true birthright to create whatever we love. May I be
Thank you again for coming out to the Community Fair and State of the City Address. I'm Adam Garvin, your council president, and also newly board member-elect for the new Fire District Board. We welcome everyone here today to celebrate our beautiful and beloved city. Thank you to all of our departments who put so much effort into creating this event, and all of our vendors that came out to make this a fabulous, fun and engaging place for our citizens. Please join me in Civic Plaza as we begin the State of the City Address and City Awards if anybody still is on the outskirts. We have a reader board with the State of the City available inside, as well as there's some AC. So if you're getting a little hot out here, you're welcome to go in and catch some AC, and we have some chairs in there as well. At this point in time, I'd like to welcome up the Confederate Tribes of Grand Ronde to open ceremonies with a land acknowledgement, and Michael Langley, who is Tribal Council Secretary, if you could come join us. Thank you.
So thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here in Mac. It's nice to be outside, and I hope nobody has to go inside because it is such a wonderful day. I'm probably going to do this a little bit differently than what you're expecting if you've heard land acknowledgements in the past, or if it's new to you, then it'll be great because this will just be how you think they all are. But just talking personally, my own connections to Mac, I grew up in Tillamook, and when I played baseball my freshman year, we had a coach that I think is a name that's very well known out here. It's by the name of Don Rutschman. And he was somebody that really made me think about going to Linfield, and I would have loved to have gone to Linfield and played baseball there, but this was when our tribe was very early in the 80s restored, so we didn't have the same resources that we have now, so I missed out on that Linfield experience. But great to be here, great to be in part of our ceded lands. And with that, I want to introduce David Harrelson. He is our Cultural Resources Manager, and he knows more about that stuff than I do, so he's much better to speak on that. So David.
Thank you, Michael. My name is David Harrelson. I'm Kalapuya, and I'm a member of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde. And here in McMinnville, we're on Kalapuya land. This place has been Kalapuya land since time immemorial, and that literally means since a time that no one can remember. The oldest things that are passed down amongst oral histories generation after generation among the Kalapuya people are the Missoula floods, which happened sometime between 13 and 18,000 years ago. So when we talk about being here a really long time, we've been here a really long time. We've been here since the founding of McMinnville, and the tribe and our tribal people have been in relationship with the citizens of McMinnville since the founding. Very famous stories of basket weavers leaving the reservation and coming here and selling their baskets at market. You might even get lucky at one of the antique stores in Yamhill County and even find some of those old baskets or hampers. Or if you haven't, you should come out to Chichalu Museum and Cultural Center and take a look. When we're asked to do land acknowledgements, we really turn it around and we say, we'd be glad to come and to talk. We'd be glad to give you a welcome to our homelands, because these are our homelands and we want to talk about some of the important things in the history that we have. But what's so powerful is that the tribe has a relationship with McMinnville already to rely upon and to build upon. We're active in town here. We have members that live in this community. We have business owners. We recently worked with Linfield to start the Camas Festival that some of you maybe have had the opportunity to visit. We recently helped co-curate the Lacamas exhibit at the Linfield Gallery. And so just like our ancestors have been here for a long time and been involved, we're going to continue to be involved. And we're really excited about the futures that are coming, the tribe's investment in housing projects here in Yamhill County, and other efforts to house people to create mutual economic opportunity for our communities. So thank you for welcoming us. It's a pleasure to be a part of this community, and come on out and visit us in Grand Ronde.
Thank you very much. Good evening. For those of you that don't know, I'm Mayor Remy Drabkin, and I would like to invite all of our community members, as well as all of the cities, or all of the employees of the City of McMinnville and of McMinnville Water and Light, to please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Our flag's right here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let me start by thanking our organizing committee for the community fair. This is a wonderful celebration, and we're capping Public Works Week today. And I'm so happy to see many of our city partners represented here, including our schools and our community mascots. That was a fun additional bit of flair if you were here early to see that. Thank you very much to the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde for opening today by acknowledging our land and for continuing to steward this earth that we share. I'm very proud to be joining you today as the 42nd Mayor of McMinnville, Oregon. And I'm very proud that we're gathering today on the steps of Civic Plaza to share the State of the City address, and for the first time to have it also available translated into Spanish, and for the first time to also have additional accessibility measures inside for those that are hearing impaired. And these are all steps that we've taken to promote the sense of belonging in McMinnville and to create a space that is welcoming for all. At the City of McMinnville, we are constantly working towards our mission of delivering high-quality services in collaboration with partners for a prosperous, safe, and livable community. And our job as your elected officials is to uphold our community values of stewardship, courage, equity, and accountability. We believe healthy civil discourse is fostered through responsive service and clear, accurate, and useful information. As residents of McMinnville, we all share the common goal of creating a thriving community for ourselves and future generations. Now, we don't always agree on the method for reaching that goal, and that disagreement is healthy for our city. You know, some of the best ideas come from exploring different sides of the same issue. Community engagement is vital to the success of McMinnville. It's through the voices of our residents that we can make informed and balanced decisions. The city has made great strides in this area with new community engagement platforms, including iHeartMac.org. We're having more community forums and surveys. We're translating all of our materials, and we're creating online feedback systems. Our McMinnville Water and Light Commissioner, Kathy Tate, said in a recent meeting she feels more regularly informed by the City of McMinnville now than ever before. And we're investing in our shared spaces. We're working to clean up our parks, both with monetary investments, but also through new volunteer programs. We're improving the Discovery Meadows splash pad, one of our most beloved assets, and putting in a more sustainable system that's better for long-term care and maintenance. We're developing new safety and resiliency programs for our downtown and for our library. And we're expanding our resources to include new technologies like unmanned aerial system assistance for the police department, while we're also expanding the canine team and having them certified to detect fentanyl. Supporting the housing needs for all McMinnville community members remains one of our biggest challenges. We need workforce housing and emergency and supportive housing, and we need luxury housing, and we need everything in between. We are working with our affordable housing partners to support their projects, including the expansion of the Gospel Rescue Mission, the Navigation Center, and Stratus Village, while permitting new housing and striving to find that balance between density and quality of life amenities while we plan for future housing. My leadership has successfully facilitated a partnership with the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde and Yamhill County Housing Authority that resulted in a $7 million investment in local affordable housing. Your city council, your city staff, your council president and I have aggressively gone after state funds for upcoming projects like Operation Generation and partnered with the Oregon Mayors Association and over 100 cities seeking locally focused approaches. And I would like to thank our many elected officials that have helped us along the way and supported us in those efforts, many of whom are here today. I went off script. Over the last few years, we've brought $3.2 million into the city for navigation center construction through our partnership with the state and Oregon Housing and Community Services, Yamhill Community Action Partnership, Oregon Community Foundation, and Yamhill Community Care Organization. And after hearing from our families in our community who want more options for kids, especially those who may have disabilities or other barriers to participation, we've launched a pilot adaptive recreation program so families can decide which type of program best fits their needs. Our adaptive pilot program has included soccer and swimming, basketball, gymnastics, crafting, and family activity nights. We have here, I think, noise-making soccer balls, which expands our sports programming to visually impaired players. We've worked hard to support our business community, including offering business assistance grants and forgivable loans. We've supported various workforce development initiatives and are still hopeful that our efforts at the state and federal level will bring in the dollars needed for the 3rd Street Improvement Project and aid in the development of the Innovation Campus. We've hosted the Director of Business Oregon and been meeting with Oregon State University to expand our thinking when it comes to how we approach sustainability and business and agriculture. We've done all of this at a time of historic leadership change in the community. Our new municipal judge and court supervisor have been moving us towards a community court model. I'll again go off script just to say that he told me a story just at the fair earlier today about somebody that was repeatedly through the municipal court system in need of specific services. And on her last trip through, she received a 6-month sentence, but was followed up with an offer to reduce that sentence day by day for every day that she engaged in a treatment program. And she accepted that offer. That's what a community court does. We have worked hard to resolve our fire service and life-saving emergency service deliverables. And thank you to the voters who have voted in favor of the new fire district. In addition to the 5 years of work to propose that fire district with long-term sustainable funding, we also asked the City Council and Budget Committee to examine 2 budgets. And we asked the staff to create 2 separate budget scenarios in preparation of the city being able to follow the will of the voters. And there was no small ask with each budget coming in at over 600 pages. So, we do all of this to uphold the city's values. And again, those are courage, stewardship, equity, and accountability. We have a robust volunteer corps that drives city programming. You know, there are over 1,000 community-wide volunteers. That's everything from coaches in Parks and Rec to the cleanup crews to our various boards and commission, and of course to our city council, many of who are here this evening. And at the same time, our community is calling out for more volunteers. In their fire department and hospital, volunteers are at the lowest numbers they've been in decades. But we are a community that is steeped in volunteer efforts. your city, your nonprofits, your neighborhood associations, your faith-based organizations. Volunteerism is the heartbeat of our community. So keep up the good work you are doing, McMinnville, and let's do more of it together. There is one volunteer that I'd like to especially acknowledge, and that is your council president, Adam Garvin. His steadfast partnership in leading the city and his uncompromised dedication to his position and the work he undertakes, always with a kind, honest, and respectful demeanor, sets an example for the whole community to follow. Though the time is now to actively manage our growth and to dive deeper into long-term emergency management. At McMinnville Water and Light, we've collaborated with the high school to build emergency water treatment trailers. Let's do more programs like that. We can create a more sustainable and resilient city for generations to come when we work collaboratively. All of us here today, we love McMinnville, and we're invested in how we grow and how we develop as a community. So let us lean into that sameness. Let us lean into what unifies us, our shared goals and our shared values. Let us have productive disagreements that build better outcomes for all McMinnvillians. And let us celebrate our shared successes. And with that, I would like to say, God bless the city of McMinnville and God bless America. Thank you. This year, my office partnered with the McMinnville School District and the Oregon Mayor's Association for the If I Were Mayor contest. I was impressed last year by the student winner when I was attending the Oregon Mayor's Association conference, and I knew that I wanted to open up that opportunity for our kids. So we offered this competition to every child, K through 12 in the school district, and then we forwarded our winners into the state competition. And I will say that Sailor Sager said in her essay, "If I were mayor, it would be important to me to make sure that our city is accessible and inclusive to all. Every park, every sidewalk, and every place should be easy and accessible for everyone to access." Sailor, you and I are on the same page. So I'm proud to welcome up Dunaway's Sailor Sager, bringing home second place in the state competition, first place in the McMinnville Middle School competition. Will you please come up to receive your award? I've asked Sailor to stay and help me hand out the following awards. So congratulations again, Sailor. So this year, we've improved the Mayor's Awards to expand acknowledgement into the community. The Mayor's Awards are an opportunity to recognize leadership and volunteerism in the community and a time to recognize pillars of the community. This year, we solicited the community to nominate their friends, family, and coworkers. Anyone in the community could be nominated. And this evening, we are honoring those winners in the following categories. A Community Service Award, which is meant to honor persons who are making meaningful contributions to their community through their time, actions, talent, or general dedication. We are giving out an Emerging Leader Award, which recognizes active members of the community who demonstrate strong leadership abilities with a focus on service to others. We are honoring an Emerging Youth Leader Award, recognizing civic-minded young persons who demonstrate leadership to improve the quality of life in their community. And we are handing out a Legacy Award to honor those who have created lasting change and measurable differences in our community through their role, organization, or longtime service. So I'm going to start this evening with our Community Service Award, and I would like to welcome up the winner. I'll say a few words and then give her an opportunity to say a few words as well. So our Community Service Award goes to Melissa Hernandez, if you'd like to come up. So, Melissa serves our community daily in her endless passion and work with students. Melissa has created an environment for special education students to succeed and excel academically and socially. Her programs model how to integrate students in special programs into general education classrooms through a successful and a positive experience. She has created opportunities for general education students to volunteer their time in her classroom, thereby increasing opportunities for learning and social emotional growth for all involved. Melissa makes an immense positive impact in her students' lives. In addition, Melissa volunteers for cancer research, the Special Olympics with our Parks and Rec program, and provides respite care for families. Melissa, thank you for your service. I'm going to hand you this to you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And exercising her right to not say anything. 0 for 2. Our Emerging Leader Award today goes to Kitchery McGuire. Kitchery McGuire supports her community on multiple levels. She is described as a brilliant communicator, a strong strategist, and a passionate McMinnvillian. In 2018, Kitchery founded TEDx McMinnville to lift up impactful voices and inspire leadership and change in our community. Kitchery currently serves as chair of the McMinnville Library Foundation and on the board of the International Pinot Noir Celebration and the Willamette Valley Visitors Association. She also served on the city's MacPac, bringing her communication and strategy goals to strategic planning for the city's future Parks and Recreation program. Kitchery, thank you for your service. I don't understand. Our Emerging Leader Youth Award this evening goes to Grace Wegner. Grace Wegner has shown exceptional leadership as a volunteer in the gymnastics program for McMinnville Parks and Recreation. She provides a supportive cheering section for those students early in their gymnastics career and offers positive encouragement and challenges as students advance. Grace has volunteered over 400 hours. Younger students are known to ask her to demo a cool flip and ask her how she can do it. Grace explains she started out just like them and through practice and hard work was able to acquire these skills. These students, what they have to say, they say, Grace takes initiative. She doesn't wait for anyone to ask her to assist, she jumps in. We can always count on her to back us up and to maintain the best controlled chaos in our class while we're still having fun. Grace, thank you for your service.
Thank you, Mayor Drabkin, for this award and the City of McMinnville. I really appreciate it, so thank you.
And tonight our Legacy Award goes to George and Christine Emile. Christine and George have provided interpretation services for the municipal court for a combined 45 plus years. They have shown compassion and understanding through complicated interpretation services necessary for the city's Spanish-speaking community to maneuver through the city's municipal court. Generations of families have come to thank both Christine and George for assisting their family through the court process. They have both taken the time to educate and support the court's Spanish-speaking users to ensure that people understand the requirements of the court. George and Christine provided justice to the community of McMinnville. Their willingness and kindness to help has touched the lives of thousands of people who have benefited from their interpretation services over the last 20 plus years. George Emile passed away earlier this year. We thank him for his service posthumously. And of course, we honor Christine and your family here today. Thank you for your service, Christine. Thank you all for coming. That's a wrap.